This is Top Preps Player Interviews by Sunil, Sunder. Today, I'm happy to be speaking with Kullin Tavarez, a junior at West Russ High School in New London, Texas, from Henderson, Texas, and a right-handed pitcher on the varsity baseball team. And most importantly, the first athlete for the Top Preps Exposure Booster Package. Once again, Kullin, thank you so much for the opportunity. Great to be speaking with you, and congrats on your success, playing baseball.
Yes, sir. Thank you for having me.
No problem. Hey, let's just get into it just here with the 2024 season. Putting that number 7 Raiders jersey on every time you take the field, pitching, hitting. Just describe what this season entailed for you, Cullen.
Well, this season, we expected to be pretty good this year. We had a lot of ups and downs, especially the start of it.
Hmm.
But we found a way to get through all the adversity and found a way to spend some time together. And it really helped us in the long run with a bunch of these close games.
Yeah, it's terrific. And looking at, I think Max Preps online, I think 18, 14 and 1, 7 and 5 in the district. Here in your junior year, the team made it to the regional quarterfinals and the playoffs as it did in your freshman year. What did that mean to you personally and to the team overall here, Colin?
It really meant a lot, especially for the seniors. We really wanted to take them as far as we could and give them that experience before they had to go.
Hmm. Hey, second year on the varsity squad, first team all district as an outfielder. Again, a fabulous achievement. I'm sure that is very satisfying and fulfilling for you. Putting in all that hard work on and off the field and be able to, be recognized. Again, that again, just describe that elation.
I mean, it's great. I mean, the team especially, everybody's there. We're all brothers, picking each other up. It's just knowing that everybody has your back is a great feeling.
Yeah. Hey, immense success here in the 2024 season.
Yep.
A couple signature games of what you had posted on X. March 12th versus ARP, 6 shutout innings, allowed 2 hits, striking out 9 and walking 2. And obviously I think the peak of the mountain, it said the cream of the crop, that no hitter against Gladwater back in February. Just describe those games and just like in terms of being able to dominate in that fashion on the mound.
Coming in against Gladewater and throwing that game and doing what I did felt really good, especially since I didn't get to play much in the fall before. So coming in and doing that felt really good. And against our, they're kind of our rivals. So you got to bring
Okay.
your A game for that one.
Yeah, no, definitely. Hey, before the season started, you were on the Texas High School Baseball Top 40 Players list in the 3A Region 2. You've been selected to represent Texas at the Power Showcase World Classic and pitch in the World Classic game at Globe Life Field, November 24th through the 26th. I don't think it gets any better than that, Colin. Talk about how cool that is, and to be recognized by your peers, by the coaches, in the state of Texas, and I'm sure that's a bucket list item. That is just going to be magnificent. Again, pitching there at Globe Life Field.
Oh, yes, sir. Getting that text saying that I've been nominated to go and pitch there for that game for sure. It was a huge accomplishment because, I mean, not everybody gets to go and just pitch at Globe Life Field. So it's
Mhm.
a pretty big deal.
Yeah, definitely. Home of the Texas Rangers. Hey, you've made massive strides, leaps and bounds from your sophomore to your junior year. Sophomore year broke the school record for the most wins in a season with 8. Received the KETK's Chris's Student Athlete of the Week award. First team All District as a pitcher. All East Texas honorable mention as a pitcher. Again, just unbelievable accolades and achievements. What changed for you? What was the perfect blueprint for you? As said here in the last couple of years, Cullen.
Well, I finally got my chance to go show what I can do. So I couldn't
Hmm.
mess that opportunity up. And once I finally got that chance and I proved that I could do it, they just let me keep going and I showed them what I could do.
Yeah, it's wonderful. And look, you played on JV and varsity your freshman year. And let's not forget, you're just not a pitcher. You can hit, for power. So you can hit it out of the park. Describe that when you're up at the plate and you're facing the opposing pitcher, and again, you're able to showcase, your abilities there as well.
Well, being a pitcher, it really helps if you pitch and hit. So,
Mhm.
because you can kind of think of what they're going to do, what the next pitch will be. So, just having that in the back of your mind really helps you a lot.
Yeah, no, definitely. Hey, let's just talk about the preparation. Just in terms of strength and conditioning, nutrition, rest and recovery. There's so much that goes into it. As a pitcher, a hitter, you have to be mentally locked in as well. Describe the fundamentals and techniques and just what the regimen is, because obviously, if you want to be the best at your both positions and at your craft, you have to put in the work 24/7, 365. So just talk about that. What, again, what plans like, or what, things you've implemented into your routine here as well, Cullen.
Well, lifting is a big one. Getting that strength, getting your legs, 'cause a lot of it comes from your lower half.
Hmm.
So, that from the plate hitting to the mound pitching really helps both ways.
Yep.
And then just conditioning wise, that really helps you stay in the game and throw for as long as possible.
Yeah. It's a great attitude to have, and just in terms of your plans. Of course, a lot of work in the cage as well, on the mound, on the sidelines. Bullpen work, working on your mechanics. Hand, footwork, bat speed. Talk about that, because you really have to have that level of concentration, that commitment, that dedication, tenacity. I'm sure that, factors in as well here, Cullen.
Absolutely. Going to the cage and hitting and having, just hitting BP, especially in the really hot building we're in, getting that sweat going. So that
Yeah.
helps a lot, especially going into games.
Yeah.
And, our coaches did a great job of helping us prepare, especially fielding wise and hitting wise.
That's good. And then, on the flip side, let's talk about pitching, because, again, and it's great because you get to see it from both perspectives, as a pitcher and as a hitter. So I'm wondering, when you're on the mound, of course, working in sync with your catcher, having that communication line going, but again, working on your various pitches, the velocity, the speed. I'm sure, again, that takes a lot, again, of a practice, and just in terms of working on that, diligently day after day here, Cullen.
Oh, yes, sir. Every day when I warm up, I'll throw a little flat ground, work on my pitches, just try to locate them in that area. And
Mhm.
then when I throw my bullpens, I'll try and get the velocity up there, but mainly location. So
Yeah.
that way, when I go into games, I can do what I know I can do best.
Hey, and I think another thing is that when you're in between innings, when you're in the dugout as well, I'm wondering, from your experience, talking it over with your catcher, with your coaches, I'm sure that, in game, uh, it works effectively as well, just in terms of bouncing ideas, off each other with your catcher and with your coaches as well.
Oh, yes, sir. We'll see what pitches they're swinging at and which ones they're chasing the most, and we'll try to go back to those, especially if they're early on a curveball or swinging at all the low or high pitches. It's just really based on what the team is doing that day.
Yeah, no, it's right. Hey, and had to ask you, just in terms of the technology, because I think, that hitting, throwing, just our pitching as well. Talk about that, because I think that, again, plays a critical role as well.
Uh, the Just the stuff that we are able to use really helps. I mean, we've used a TrackMan before, it helps see spin on pitches and what exactly we're throwing. And we got a new BP machine to throw us BP, and just the spin that you can create off of those really helps our swings a lot.
Yeah, it's just remarkable how it's changed year after year, and it just seems like it keeps on getting, better and better. Hey, let's talk about it. Just not being an athlete, it's being a student athlete. You've been able to balance out the role, again, seamlessly. 3.26 GPA. You're currently taking courses in the medical field through West Rush High School, the CTE program. It's not easy to do. Not everyone is cut out to be a student athlete. You've been really able to, handle it. Again, I said, what has worked for you, just in terms of, because there's so much that goes into it. You have the practices, you have the lifts, you have, and then of course away games. But I mean, that's just, it can be very stressful. But again, for you, you've been able to overcome that. And again, the results have panned out.
Oh yeah, I mean, it can get really stressful at times, especially with the overload of work.
Mhm.
You just gotta make sure you get your work done in the classroom, get it done before your games or when you leave for tournaments. That way you don't have to worry so much about getting it done when you get back.
Yeah. Hey, and again, another accolade. You were in the runoff for the 2024 Student Athlete Scholarship Award. I'm sure that was very meaningful to you, Colin. Just again, priding yourself again on getting your schoolwork done. Just talk about that as well.
Getting nominated for that, being able for people to vote for me, it really does mean a lot. You know, scholarships are a big thing, help you for college and really anything.
Yeah.
So getting your work done and people noticing really mean a lot.
Yeah, no, I agree. And also, you pay it forward as well in the community. You volunteer your time with the West Rusk Youth Sports Association, Thomas Hitting Academy, and I know that you're planning to, again, incorporate more of that into your schedule here in the summer. Currently, you're at the Texas Baseball Ranch. You're going to be. Talk about that, but just in terms of volunteering, working with younger kids. Again, I'm sure for you, being able to pass down your knowledge, your expertise, and help out the kids as well.
Oh, it's great, you know, seeing them get excited about the success they're getting and all the knowledge they're getting to know and just seeing them get better really helps me know that I'm doing my job and I can help them get better.
Hey, you've been playing baseball a long time, so I had to ask you, what makes the game so special to play? Some of the intangibles, whether it's on and off the field, games, practices, just being with your teammates. What is it about this game that you just have such a you know drive and passion for here, Cullen?
Well, when I first started playing, it kind of just felt like everything just went away. Like I was only focused on the game, all the problems were gone. So it just
Mhm.
feels as like a safe place I can go and don't have to worry about really anything.
Yeah, I'm wondering. Again, maybe I asked you beforehand, but when you're out there on the mound or you're at the hitter's plate, I always am curious from a player's perspective, because again, it's mental, physical. You have to really again be 100% locked in. But what is it that goes through your mind as you're in the field of play?
I'll think about their swing paths and where exactly their barrel is going sometimes, but
Hmm.
one of the best things you can do is really not think too much. Because if you
Hmm.
start thinking too much, you can get in your head and it can just make you perform a little worse than what you want to.
Yeah, no, that's true. So I'm wondering, when it comes to Major League Baseball, any particular, pitchers or hitters that you definitely, said follow?
I love watching Garrett Cole. He's a
Hmm.
big one for me.
Yeah.
And Justin Verlander. I always loved watching him. And now that Paul Skeens has come up, I like watching
Yeah.
him throw too.
Yeah, I mean, he's come in and, he's been flawless. I mean, dominating the other night against, Shohei Ohtani and striking him out in three pitches. That was, and he's definitely injected a lot of life into the Pittsburgh Pirates organization and the fan base there. And we talked about technology beforehand, but let's talk about the utilization of social media, highlight videos. It said this is, the first top Preds player interview, also in collaboration with GBRGFX, that is run by Blaine Randall. The Top Preps Exposure Booster Package, interviews, graphics, and marketing. I think, again, a game changer, for everyone involved. But I'll talk about, X, formerly known as Twitter, other social media platforms. We have Instagram out there, YouTube. How has that really propelled you and, put you into the conversation, gotten your name out there across the country here?
Well, I started with field level and I
Okay.
started posting my highlights on there. Got a few coaches to text me back and say some stuff. Then I moved over to X, and that's really when it started to take place. I
Yeah.
posted all my videos on there, started getting texts from different coaches all over the place, and it's just been a great experience.
Yeah, that's again, that's terrific to hear. Hey, let's talk about family. Family's important. You need that structure in place. What have they meant to you here along your journey, especially in the game of baseball and even at West Rush High School?
Oh, it means a lot. Team's always there, coaches are always there, and then my mother, she'll always help, record my highlight videos for me so I can get those up. So that really means a lot. And then
Yeah.
my father, he'll go out and practice with me and take me through whatever I need to.
Yeah, that's awesome to hear. Hey, you got so much going on between, baseball, you know, your studies. You need to like kick back and relax, de-stress. Some of your hobbies you enjoy going fishing, playing golf, and watching Major League Baseball games. What are those moments where you Colin, just being able to clear your head and just be mellow, just and just enjoy life, and like I'm sure that those times are again you really do cherish.
Oh, it's great. Just getting everything off your chest and off your mind, just being able to live life and go have some fun with your buddies. Especially those MLB games, take some friends with you. Those can get really exciting.
Yeah. uh just in terms of, let's go back to Rusk High School. The support from the student body, administration, athletic department, for you personally, and for the varsity baseball team as well, and the baseball program in general.
Everybody backs us up. They'll donate money and we'll do fundraisers and they'll all come out, show their support, just do whatever they can to help us get what we need, the equipment we need, and get to where we can get.
Yeah, that's great. And what I ask athletes, the home games are so cool because you got that support from the home fans, from the community, from the student body. And then when you go away, of course, I mean, you still probably have parents and, it's maybe a little bit lesser, but what are those moments when you're pitching in front of, the hometown people and just, the students there?
It's fun because, you get a strikeout or you're doing really good. You can hear them cheering and yelling back
Yeah.
there. So it really gets everybody pumped up.
That's good. That's good to hear. Hey, I'm wondering for you, with baseball, if you remember the first time put up that uniform on. This is going, and actually, this is what I want to ask you: is that the first time you did put the baseball uniform on at West Russ High School, freshman year, and just stepping onto, I said the diamond, and then onto the pitcher's mound, and at the box, at the hitter's box, if you remember that, if you recall it, it just what was occurring at that time.
My first varsity game, I was a little nervous. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah,
But I found a way to get through it, and I told the coaches, I said, I'll be here and I'll be able to keep pitching and win y'all games.
yeah, and again, if you go back, I mean, heck, there's little league. There's, I mean, I'm sure there's, if you remember then, like, obviously, like the years fly by so quickly, but I'm sure now you really do take stock of that and like you embrace it, the journey, but also really every day just soak in, those memories.
Oh, absolutely, especially from Little League, those first home runs you hit,
Yeah.
the first shutout games, no hitters. You keep those as core memories. You just hang on to them as long as you can remember them.
Yeah. What does it feel like now? You're on the other side now, being an upperclassman. I mean, you're going to be heading into your senior year. I'm wondering, like, and now is it learning from the seniors when you were as a freshman. Now you're able to pass that knowledge down to the freshmen and sophomores. It's got to be a full circle moment. I'm sure it will hit you when you hit, when senior year comes up, but I'm sure that's something, again, you definitely uh find, again, very resourceful and just useful, like the fact that you're able to become a team leader as well.
Yeah, if I learned anything from really any of the seniors, it's help the younger kids, learn
Mhm.
and improve as a player, and just get them to be the best they can be.
Yeah, I think that's sound advice. And hey, I think it leads to my next question before you get the final word here, Colin. So competitive out there, in terms of athletics, but baseball as well. Not everybody gets to make it, to the next level and eventually the pros. I'm wondering, like, and of course we have social media out there. What, maybe advice and message you would give to the younger kids and athletes, because you were there once. Uh, just in terms of trying to move up the ladder and, find their way if it's the game of baseball that they're good at and trying to be successful at it.
Yeah, just keep putting in the work, keep practicing. Just don't give up. Don't let anybody tell you you can't do it because you can do anything if you just put your mind and heart to it. And if you just keep working at it,
Mhm.
it'll come find you.
Yeah, yeah, it's perfect, said words to say. Hey, well deserved. You get the final word and message here for family, friends, teammates, coaches, the student body, administration, athletic department at West Rusk High School, and the communities of New London and Henderson, Texas. What's giving you the floor? I'm sure there are a lot of people you want to thank here, Cullen.
Yeah. First, I want to thank the coaches at West Rusk. They really push us to be our best and do what we can. And my parents, I mean, they've been along the whole time, just taking me just money, spending money all over the place, hotels, late
Mhm.
night games, late night drives. And then the seniors, I want to thank them for a great year, and I wish the best to them.
It's great. Hey, Colin, a true honor and privilege being able to speak with you. Again, congratulations on your success, playing baseball, especially in your junior year at West Rusk High School, and looking forward to seeing what you accomplish in your senior year.
Yes, sir. Thank you for having me.